Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, nobody's here yet, and I'm going live here, and I'm not live on any of my other platforms because every one of my devices is shut down and dead, okay? Like every single one of them. I don't know. And I was actually in the middle of recording a video, and it shut down. So I decided that I'm just gonna go live because my computer's working. And it may not be a lot of people here right now. And I want to say thank you to you guys yesterday because y'all the live yesterday had a lot of people on it. And that has been that's not normal, but there was way more people here yesterday than there was any other day. So I want to say good morning to everybody because it's early, and I want to discuss something with you guys because I'm in the middle of a dilemma, and I don't know how I got in the middle of a dilemma again, but maybe this is the lesson as to what God was trying to show me because I told y'all before I asked for an RV because I was told to ask for an RV. Don't know why I was told to ask for RV, but because I don't even know what's happening with the RV, I was told to ask, and we'll wait for the next assignment. So as of now, there's a lady that RV showed up. As I was talking on the live, she asked me to contact her because she had an RV and she needed to move out of it, and she wanted to donate it towards my channel. Okay. So that happened, and it didn't happen, I think like a couple weeks after, maybe I was told to ask, which was amazing and awesome. And again, still, I don't know what's supposed to take place with this RV because I don't know the next assignment after that. I was just told to ask. And this could potentially be the assignment. All right. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Anyway, so at this point, lady says she has RV. So me and her were communicating. We was communicating as everything was going on, and she seemed pretty nice lady. But there was a couple of things that was happening that was making me question, like, and again, this could be the assignment. So, and I'm just here right now because I'm trying to figure out what I need to do next because I don't know why any of this happened or why it's happening. But again, working through things, and as stuff starts to be made aware. So here we are. Anyway, long story short, and I'm gonna post the inside of the RV, all that stuff on my other channel so y'all can see it. Make sure you follow me there. It's GOLDENGURL 302. Good morning, everybody that's coming in. GURL 302. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the chat. So if you see it, just subscribe, please. But anyway, so now we're here, and there was a couple of things that was happening. She said God told her to give me the RV, which was fine. But as I explained to her, I was in the middle of a divorce, like everybody knows, and I couldn't do anything. She needed the trailer gone before November the 1st. And so I explained to her what was happening. I'm in the middle of a divorce, and I can't do anything until after that. And so a couple of days later, she said that God had told her to make sure I received the RV. Okay. So she made sure that it got here. All right. So in the process of that, so she paid for it to get shipped here, delivered here. She sent me the money. It got, and I made the arrangements. The weird part started to happen after she told me the date. She gave me the date, what date she had to move out, what day she needed to be free from it. So I set the stuff up, because I'm in transportation. So I, did that. And the day that the guy got there, all of a sudden it was major chaos. And I'm saying, well, you told me to send him there that day. So I don't understand why, there's a huge issue in hoopla. Something happened with where she was going and it changed the course of everything. Okay. So again, long story short, she sent the dude packing. She paid him to leave and go wherever he was going, back to where he came from, because he came from states over. Okay. So during that process, when that was happening, I mentioned it to somebody else because I'm saying this lady knows that I'm in the middle of a divorce. So as she's like going through whatever process, I sent her a message and I said, matter of fact, and I don't even want to lie to y'all, so I'm gonna just tell y'all what I said. Because it was weird to me that now you're going through all of this chaos when you reached out to me, ma'am. I didn't reach out to you. And so let me see where the message was, because literally it was almost like, and this was because somebody, I talked to the person, they said, don't respond. She's a grown person. Let her handle it because she knows what date she needed to do, everything by. Let her handle it. So I said her name, and then I said, I requested this morning that you respect my need for focus during this crucial time with my court date. Well, my court date approaching. I won't be dealing with any additional distractions for the next few days. I'm prioritizing my situation, and I suggest you do the same. Deal with it as you see fit. I love you. That's what I sent her, right? Because it all of a sudden became where she was trying to put it off on me, like, okay, it's not my problem. Because when I was told to ask, that was my assignment by God, okay? Whoever showed up, that was their assignment by God, okay? So not my problem. I still have to deal with what I have to deal with, okay? So that happened. She said, yes, ma'am. And then she went into something different about, setting up the situation, which was again weird. So I ended up calling her. Okay, so then we're going through, okay, so fast forward, because there was a whole lot of text messages in between that, but it went to normal because literally she was, acting as if she had got it together. Okay. All right. So fast forward to now, the situation is here, which respectfully, this person was going through their situation. I feel like I was a good friend throughout that situation. I didn't cause anybody any extra stress throughout that situation, throughout that time, because I know that's a crucial time for, people. When you're going through a divorce, you already stressed out through that. And a good friend makes sure that they don't add any extra stress to you. That's what I think that a good friend does. A good friend is not going to create frivolous necessity and need for you to now be distracted or try to get you to focus on them. That's a problem. Good morning, Melba. That's a problem. So after the RV shows up, I never went out there to check it at all, period. The guy showed me what needed to be done, but I didn't actually kind of go through the RV at all, period. Because again, I've been dealing with, my situation. I'm trying to relieve stress. As y'all know, stress does different types of things to people's bodies. And I'm already in physical therapy for an accident that I got into. And so I'm trying to declutter my life one step at a time. So divorce proceedings have to take place, and it's not over yet because we're still waiting for the judge to come up with a decision for that situation. So I'm still not done with the divorce proceedings yet. I'm also still in the middle of physical therapy. I'm also going through the fact that my income in March went from almost like $20,000 a month to now zero, to I'm sitting in front of a YouTube and it's not nowhere remotely near that. Okay. And so mind you, I still have household and everything else to run. So I'm trying to adjust because again, I decided that I wanted to do content creation full time, but still you got to build that up. So either way, a friend that is coming along to be a friend should actually really know that, right? And so, watching my tarot readings, there's a thing, where a person having your back, a person having your back. And I'm not one to, make friends or bring people around me, because there's a thing where it's like people want what they want. They want what they want when they want it. They need what they need when they need it. No, never mind of what you're going through, 1111. No, never mind what you're going through. And this is what this energy is doing. So you used God to get into the situation. God told me to do this. I'm communicating with you, and I feel like, you coming off to be a good person. But in the process, there's red flags. And this is why I keep telling y'all, we got to pay attention to the red flags. And it could just be because, the person's going through and I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all, period, because at the end of the day, we're all going through our stuff. But this is where, like for me, myself, I have to back away because of the fact that I can see where this person is trying to create another issue in my life. And I'm trying to figure out, why are you doing that? Like, what made you decide that you wanted to use God in a situation, saying that God told you to do something, and then you want to create havoc for somebody who has only been a friend to you? And the only reason why you have an issue with me is because you want me to believe what you believe. That's a condition. That's a condition that you just put on the friendship, or that you just put on the love, because you were fine with me up until that day. And I have, yes, Melba, I have enough on my plate. So last night, so mind you, this person, she hung up the other day, mind you, it was weird because the issue was over if Y2K happened or not, because I didn't already touched on this, but I didn't give y'all the whole gist of everything, because now it's creating a different problem. So whether or not Y2K existed, that's not even an argument to be having. And so because I said it didn't happen, they have an issue with me. It may have happened for you. That's what I said. No, it happened for everybody. Well, it didn't happen for everybody, because literally I called somebody else after that person hung up because I was confused. Like, why would you be so angry? That means there's an underlying problem, because that's not the first time that behavior was displayed. But that was the first time that person hung up. And she and my old ass, and there it was in my face. And irrelevant as fuck. You've been through way too much. Yes, I have. And I'm still going through way too much. So now what I'm trying to figure out is, now what is my next step? Because so the person, she calls me and she tells me that the title is supposed to be, I'm signing the title. I'm adding my name to to the title, and I'm going to fold it up and I'm going to put it in the crease of whatever thing. Okay. So it wasn't until yesterday I'm thinking like, okay, I never did go through the paperwork. So the paperwork that I actually have, because I thought it was inside the envelope that I picked up off the there was an envelope on the bed. So she left me a card in there that said my fresh start, congratulations on my fresh start. And then there was an envelope, a manila envelope, sitting on the bed that was in there, because it was the bill of lading from the guy that transported the trailer here. And just like that, the world didn't end in 2012. Well, it was a lot more than that, because they were talking about the computers basically changing over to 00. And so there was a big issue. So in some people's, it's even a lot of controversy online even about it, because the underlying thing was the tech companies wanted a whole lot of money in order to try to deter a situation that they didn't even know what was going to happen. And the amount of money that they were requesting, it's basically, again, always follow the money. Like, they'll create an issue saying that something's going to happen, and then voila, it don't happen, but now you already got all this money. You see what I'm saying? So that type of vibe. Anyway, we all still alive. All right. So her issue was that they did all this extra super duper, computer stuff to change the program. I don't care. Not my problem. That's what you believe. That's fine. But the issue was not what she believes. The issue was that I now had to believe it, to the tune of, now you're hanging up. Hey, Ishka. Right. My friend worked for the trans. What they thought was going to happen didn't, but she got paid a lot to wait for it. Exactly. And so either way, not an argument. That should not be an argument between a 50-year-old and a almost 50-year-old, period. Okay. Not an argument. So that means to me that there's an underlying thing that you're dealing with, that you have an issue with me with, that you haven't said to me, right? Hi, Ishka. I'm just basically having conversation right now because my phones are dead, and so I went to go do a reading. The reading shut down. I can tell y'all what the cards were that before it shut down, but I'm gonna have to redo the reading. So I'll give y'all that in a minute. And that is rude for her to continue to be disrespectful to you. Well, everybody can do what they want, and that's not even my issue right now. My issue right now is that I go into one, I called her even before this happened. After she hung up that day, I literally called her the next day on Facebook to make sure she was okay, because I noticed that she, been kind of going through a transition. I normally don't call nobody that hang up on me, because once you hang up on me, that means you don't need me. You don't need to talk to me. You don't nothing. But because if I say I care about you, I'm going to call you anyway, just to make sure, like, because again, the transition that she was going through, I felt like something. So I called. She shuts it off. Okay, well, I sent her a message. I just called to check on you and see if you're okay. See, this is where people mess up situations with good people who are really there to befriend you. And it's fine. She can do that. She can definitely do that. But where my issue comes in at now is, and this is why I'm here, because literally, part of the conversation and everything now. So this is what was happening last night that I'm confused by. So I literally asked her, would you like to come pick up the RV? Because if there's no title in it, were you confused when you gave it? I mean, because you're saying God told you to do that, but the behavior has been almost like you might have wanted to change your mind. So if you misled and used God in a process and you want to change your mind, this was your out, okay? Because I don't see a title in there, and now this thing is sitting on my property. So she says, once again, the RV is yours. I don't understand why you would bring that up. If you don't want it, do whatever you want with it. I put your name on the title so you could do what you need to do with it. Since you specifically asked for it, I did what God told me to do, and I got it to you. I got it to you paid. If you feel the need to pay me for it, then that's great, but I expected nothing. Okay, so I said, I asked just in case you changed your mind, and I haven't seen a title, because I haven't seen a title. Good morning, Jennifer. So then she says, then you didn't look where I told you it would be. Imagine that. And see that right there, that statement right there, again, You trying to, mind you, this lady's 50 something. I'm 47, get ready to be 48. So I sent a question mark because, ma'am, imagine that you got a control issue. Yeah, I can see that, because imagine that. Then you didn't look where I told you it would be. So if I'm saying there's no title, then clearly I looked. I literally went out there yesterday to look. But you want it to be, I don't even know what that was. Like, I don't even know what that statement was. But I'm not your friends, lady. I don't know what your issue is with me. So this is my remark, because I sent a question mark when I went to sleep last night. So all these messages were, I don't know. Anyway, so when I woke up this morning, I saw she hadn't responded. So this is what I sent. And I said, I'm not sure why you don't think proper communication is key in this situation. I'm also not sure why you came along to try to create an extra problem while I'm going through and waiting for my divorce to be final. I'm sure you would have loved for someone to do that to you about a month ago. I'll take this as another lesson that God needed me to learn. Clearly, the title wasn't sent with the trailer, and now it's a hindrance that I'll have to work around now that it's sitting on my property. Either way, whatever her name is, nothing goes unnoticed by God. A gift given shouldn't turn into an issue if it was given genuinely. Thank you for having my 6 conditionally. Because you been on this channel, and she been, talking and communicating with everybody as to, how she was told and directed. And like I said, I don't even know why I even was told to ask. All I did was ask. So it may be this situation right here that I'm dealing with right now with her as to why I was even told that. Because I don't know God's assignment. I don't know the next thing. I was just told to do that thing. And maybe, as a lesson or a learning situation for everybody here, that genuinely I did what I was supposed to do. That was my assignment, was completed after that. She supposedly did what she was supposed to do. But she didn't do what she's supposed to do maybe she is doing what she's supposed to do. Maybe this is the learning lesson. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. But as of now, it's sitting on my property. So if your name is added to the title, doesn't that mean her name is still on the title too? She's not saying she changed it to your name. Okay. Good morning, Jennifer. So the issue with the title was that apparently she got the trailer a while back, and she never changed it over because she got it from Georgia, and then she never changed the title over. Okay. So that was the thing. So in order for her to send it here without having to come back, because she's in Michigan, she added my name, and so I was supposed to take the title and then I could get it transferred. I can get it out of, I could have just put it in my name if I wanted to, but either way, as of now, there is no title in there, and it got shipped without a title because it's not a big space. But communication is key still. So even if you're mad at me for whatever it is, Y2K, even if you're mad at me for Y2K, if it was a genuine gift or a genuine situation, it wouldn't take that. To me, that's a person that basically is trying to force either someone to communicate with them, or for somebody to have to beg them or ask them for something, get somebody else to do it. Because I'm not it. Because I know myself that when God told me to do something, my assignment was complete. I haven't received the next one. And so now I got to figure out what to do with this, even though now it's here. And, she is doing that. Because I don't want something just sitting on my property and then it looks like I either took something or I did something wrong that I wasn't supposed to do. And No. I'm not allowing anybody to add extra mess to me. And why would you do that? With everything that you already know, why would you try that? She should have handed it to the delivery person to give to you. Well, she didn't do that. She claims she slid it in the middle of something in between some wood. It's not there. I walked out on a head of administrative job with a friend over something like this. Well, yes. And it seems weird to me because then again, like I said, she was happy online and this, then a third. Oh, I did this, then a third. And oh, I have your back. I got your 6. No, you have my 6 as long as I believe what you want me to believe. No, ma'am. That's not the way friendships work. That's not the way life works. That's not the way anything works. But as of now, I feel like the behavior that's coming along with this is not acceptable. Because one, I didn't do anything to you other than express the fact that we don't have the same values or the same beliefs. And whether or not this was the learning lesson between me and her, even from God, because again, there wasn't another assignment after that yet. This was just the assignment. And so I feel like in my handling of the situation, because people probably don't like what I say. But I don't see where I should have to sugarcoat anything because I keep telling everybody one thing, I'm gonna be is a very honest person in a situation. Thank you for everything that you tried to do. Because every step of the way, it was weird. And I still try to be patient even through the situation because technically I didn't have to deal with that. I said it even on camera when I said I did my part of it already. My part was the ask. The next part was on somebody else. And I don't know if the next part was getting ready to be the part after that was going to be on me or if the part after that is somebody else's issue. But at this moment, what I'm realizing is red flag 1, if I have to think what you have to think in order for me to be your friend, I don't want to be your friend. 2, if anything that you want to give or donate comes with me having to think the way you want me to think, I don't want it. So there's a thing where I guess maybe people decided they want to either buy friends or they want to do, like, I don't know what that is, but I'm not that person. You can't buy me and then for me to be silent. No, ma'am. Because where 1 showed up, God can send 10 without any strings attached. And for a person to mess up my type of friendship, no, ma'am. Because even though I'm questioning and I'm sitting here like, okay, well, I'm not judging because everybody's going through something, but I still have to have boundaries when it comes to my personal space. I still have to have boundaries and morals, and I still have to know that my assignment is my assignment, and for me not to get derailed or detoured because somebody came along and they said they used God to be here, and now they're trying to corrupt the system. Because to me, you're trying to corrupt the system if I have to think the way you think. I wasn't sat here because I had to think the way that person thought. That person got to me because I was sitting here, meaning I was doing the thing that I needed to do. And so I don't know what the next phase is or the next step is, but now I got to figure out what I got to do in this process because apparently communication from a 50-year-old doesn't work. My business partner and I agree on 0, but it's been that way since day 1 and we thrive on that. Yes. Because life is a melting pot of people and situations and circumstances. So if you have a difference of opinion, we can agree to disagree. But hanging up, And I done hung up on some people before. So I'm not even gonna act like that. When it starts to be too much, and maybe that might have been what it was. But I also, right behind me hanging up, sent that person a message and I said, it was that you're crossing my boundaries. And I can't deal with that right now because literally, like, all of this stuff that people are trying to bring to me, I'm in the middle of a divorce. I'm in the middle of a divorce with a person that I still love to this day, that I just witnessed lie like just lie. I don't want to be with that person, period. But that don't take away my love for that person. It don't take away the fact that that was the marriage that I wanted to be in. It don't take away that that was the person that I thought was like, I still love that person. I still have feelings in life. Even though I know I have to kind of direct myself elsewhere, like I'm already still traumatized. And it's almost like, and then I went through the dark night of the soul in the process. And then I went through gang stalking. And then somebody wants to befriend me. Lady, you like one of the first couple people that even, I even started thinking that it was okay to talk to because we were going through similar situations. She was going through a divorce. I was going through a divorce. But then the weirdness started with her trying to bring other people around me. And I'm saying, in my mind, please be thankful that you're here. Is it the new narrative now to say God said so, yet bring chaos? Yes, it must be, because that's what she just did. God told her to do something, and now it's chaotic. And I'm saying, why is it chaotic, lady? That's not godly. God don't bring chaos. God don't bring confusion. That's of the devil. And as I said, even before, I started to notice certain things were happening, and now you're corrupted. Like you're compromised because I can see that you're doing certain things that don't align with me. And now you're doing the same exact thing. You're doing it again. Well, definitely, yes, Melba, probably trauma bonding, but literally I'm thinking no, because it was healing. Like we're releasing the situation, we're releasing the people, and it's the next journey. That's what I'm thinking. But clearly, she's still stuck in a situation where stuff must be bothering her and hurting her, and she don't know how to use her words. Because I'm confused as to why you're not using your words. Because like I said, even when I hung up on a person, basically I used my words, I text, because it was too much of this going on. And I needed some space. But I still needed to articulate the reason why certain things were happening. And so you don't dump something somewhere and then you don't communicate properly. Mind you, you the one came to me, like I said. I didn't go seeking out her for, oh, you have this, that, or the third, and God told me. No, God told me to ask this. I threw it up and I left it. That's also, have y'all not noticed that I haven't taken down the GoFundMe for the RV yet? Because literally, even in the process, I haven't been guided to take down the GoFundMe yet, because again, I don't know what this situation was. I don't know what it is, but it's not right, because again, it's not going the way that I would think that a God situation is going to go. And like I said, maybe this might be the reason why I was told to ask, because what if she may be the assignment? Show her that there's genuine people around. But with some of the stuff, even if I go to God, you're going to have to get somebody else to do that, because like, why is that happening? That's chaotic to me in the middle of me already being in chaos. I don't want to invite that to my life. And I don't understand why, if people want something different, you have to be accepting of different stuff. Like there's people that's going to come around that's not going to try to use you for anything. There's people that are coming around that, so maybe that might be her thing. She's used to that. I don't know. But stop volunteering stuff if one, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what she was told. I don't know how it was told to her, but I've noticed in the process, because like I said, there's other people around that I've mentioned, can you just keep an eye on this, because it seems. And so me, son, to contact me. What's that mean, Hamani? So again, it's basically like us paying attention to and knowing our boundaries, because we have to have boundaries when it comes to certain things, because people will come along and they will try to impart, and that's one of the things, like I said, with God, probably working on me with a situation to make sure that I wasn't gonna get thrown off my pathway. Because literally what happened with that last person that I was with, the one that I'm going through a divorce with, I stopped doing stuff that I was supposed to do. Even sitting here, I stopped doing stuff that I was supposed to do because I was in that relationship. So maybe sending you other relationships to see if you're going to easily be derailed, or if you're going to easily let somebody plant thoughts or something into your head. Right now, I don't know what's happening as far as in the world, because there's a lot of strange stuff happening. And yesterday was a very strange day. The day before that was a very emotional day. And I'm like, I'll be glad when the end of this month is over, because like some of these transitions and things need to, just kind of, this has been a very hectic year. And nobody can't be mad at me for not wanting to invite more chaos or more trauma or more weird stuff into my life. I don't think I'm wrong for that. Even if somebody thought I was wrong for it, I don't care. I've been through enough. Like literally, I've been through enough. And right now is when I gotta really start saying to people, like, if you're not here to be genuine or to really actually help the situation, you can't be here. And genuinely, I don't feel like that came along to glorify God in any situation, because how? Again, God don't thrive in chaos, and God is everywhere, but when you know that it's wrong is when it's wrong, and it feels very wrong. So I came to ask y'all, what should I do? If anything, I mean, but I got to figure out what to do with this, because now it's sitting in my yard and I don't want any problems, because I didn't ask for the problem. I didn't ask for any problems. I wasn't being directed to ask for a problem. I was being directed to ask for whatever it was that I was supposed to ask for, and maybe it might have been the problem. I don't know. But as of now, it's a little weird, because to me, it's an older lady. It's not giving older lady vibes. It's giving real like teenage weirdness. And I'm a businesswoman. I don't handle business with nobody that way. I'm not going to do that, because I don't do that. And she's supposed to be a professional. It's not giving professional. Melba, as you should, because I'm scratching my head too. And like I said, look, literally scratching my head. See what I'm saying? It's a couple factors that I, could be playing out on her part, but I don't know. And I'm not going to judge, and I'm not going to assume. I'm going to just say that God is going to work this out in a way that it don't create me no havoc, because I don't want to have the police come to my house to look at a RV that got shipped here from states over. But that's what I'm going to have to do, because it can't sit there like that. I got to do, like, I live in a place where it has to be stuff that has to be done. And so I'm trying to figure out what has to be done, because now it's here. So as soon As a soon-to-be 55-year-old, I can attest to the fact that something was in the water and we don't make it past 16. Something was in the water and we didn't make it past 16. What you mean, Melba? With success in life, we can be delayed. Yes, I get it. And I'm not, upset about the delays or anything else, but I got to figure out what to do. And I don't, like I said, that's now me having to bring the police to my neighborhood because I got to get them to look at an RV that is in my backyard, and the person that is supposedly, was assigned to gifting and getting has now aborted their mission. I'm confused because even if I don't got to talk to you ever again in life, I got to finish my assignment. I got to finish my mission. Childish comes in all degrees. There was an old lady in a pharmacy even talking crazy to me. Yes, childish does come in all degrees. You're right. So at this point, I'm just asking, like, literally, because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. My aunt is telling me, you got to do this or you got to do that. It's a thing. So maybe it fell somewhere. So maybe it's in there and it fell. I don't know. But to me, what I see is it's not too many places in there it could potentially be. Where she said it is, it's not. But the fact that even how she responded lets me know that I don't think she put it in there. And it's not like that she's not forgetful because she left her vape on the step. So, and she also said that I left the papers, that she has the papers. So even with that being said, it could potentially be with the papers that she's saying that she has. All I know is it can't sit in my backyard that way. Like, that's not proper. It can't be that way. I initially thought it was to help you until I saw the RV itself needed help and wondered, was it dumped off on you? Well, I mean, you can fix RVs and things of that nature, so it's fine. It is a whole project. Again, I don't know the next assignment because now literally there's this, but what if somebody else needs an RV? Like I told y'all, I'm kind of like the connecting point to this person, to that person, to this, to that. So even if whatever the next assignment is, I can't complete it without her completing her part. So that's the thing. But my issue as of now is it's sitting in my backyard. And so it's literally a paperweight to me. And legally, what do I need to do with it in order to make it correct? Because it can't sit there, not that way. And so now what? And Melba, I don't know. I want to go travel, but now I'm being directed in a different way. That's the other thing. So now there's something else being present to me. So I don't know what, like I said, I just got to wait because I'm not free yet. But once everything start to, come into fruition and everything else, but I don't want to have to deal with a person that was assigned to something else based off of you trying to now force me, because that's what it feels like. You're trying to force me to feel the way you feel or to think the way you think. That's not my assignment. My assignment is to know what I know and to be a free thinker and to continue on the way that I am. And anybody else trying to come along and trying to stop that, we know where they come from. That ain't nothing but the devil. Because why do I got to do that? And like I said, why did you come along? Because I asked that. What made you think that it was okay to now try to create chaos and havoc in my life? I'm not going to let you do that. That's the thing. Because I feel like that person wanted a certain response, and I still responded because I sent a heart after that. I still responded in love because I'm not giving nobody that. I'm telling y'all to watch y'all conduct from now until going into next year because of the things that y'all are trying to manifest. That right there, she's trying to mess up a manifestation. I'm not giving her that. She's not even worth it. The RV's not worth it. My manifestations is bigger than that. So even for y'all to be mindful, because look what I have to go through, but I still got to be peaceful even in the responses, because literally the way she said, imagine that. Yo, ew. That's all I thought when she said ew. You're giving, I'm not even gonna say it, but ew. You didn't look where I told you to. Imagine that. I can imagine some stuff, but what you thinking I'm imagining ain't it. Cause ew. That's weird to me. So if you didn't want to, follow through on your God-given assignment that you claimed, that you came to this channel and sat in front of people and said, if you didn't want to go through that, you should have went to God about it. I keep saying people need to go to God about it. Nobody knew her name. Nobody knew nothing about her until she inserted herself here. She inserted herself. She was watching. She inserted herself. And now you want to be a problem. So anybody listening, anybody watching, if you got any suggestions or you got anything to say, let me know, because I'm at a loss and confused. You wasted money to get, because she shipped that here. I didn't ship that here. So now what? Oh, it's doing an ad thing. That's why. Okay, I think y'all should see now, because it was showing ads being inserted. So I was trying to figure out like what happened in the chat. So it was showing ads. Excuse me. So yeah, that was what I came here to say. Be mindful as to people trying to insert themselves under conditions. So I'll keep y'all updated and posted. And like I said, if y'all want to see the RV, I'm gonna post the going through it on the other channel. And then we'll figure out what the next step is and how it needs to be done. But yeah, prayer is needed, because I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not coming off my throne to deal with the peanut gallery over I'm not doing it. And I don't know why anybody thinks that I'm supposed to. I wasn't told that I had to. Yeah, I'm not going to. Get somebody else to do it, because it's not going to be me. I'm going to just figure out what needs to happen in order to get it moved off my property, and the proper way, because again, I don't want no issues. I don't need that issue, and I wasn't asking for that issue. So that's it. That's all. I love y'all and thank y'all for coming. Any suggestions, please put them in the comment section or email me and let me know. I am in Georgia, so I got to figure out. I think the main thing is I just got to call the police and have them come over here and check it and look at it. And after that, then I guess whatever happens, happens. But more or less, I feel like the person that, you know, was directed and that was their assignment should be the person that should be trying to help handle it and get it done. But apparently that's too much like the right thing to do. And that's all I got. So I'll be back. My phone is now on charge. I was doing a reading for y'all. The phone died. So I'm now actually charging up all my devices because I'll probably be back because this was not the morning talk that we were supposed to have. But so the cards that I actually ended up having before the phone shut off, because they won't be on the next reading. We got house, we got false person. Oh, maybe I should do them like that. That way it's better for y'all. We got lovers and marriage. So these were the 4 cards that I pulled beforehand. So let's see. We got February and March 20th. We got March 8th, March 16th, and March 3rd. And we got lovers. Somebody basically looks like they either married the wrong person, because house, marriage, lovers, and false person. Somebody married the wrong person, and basically, apparently, somebody must be getting ready to leave, or it caused stress and burdens on somebody. So that's what we got, but it's not going to show up in the next reading because I got to get rid of everything that's there. So, let me see. To thine on self be true. Thank you, Jennifer. Amen. And on that, we're going to close it out. I love y'all. See y'all on the next live, which will be in about probably an hour. Okay. Bye. The reading is coming, so look for the reading.